Good morning, Desert Edge. Welcome to Think Time. I'm your student body president, Jasmine Cardenas.
And I'm your student body activities director, Jordan Lakin.
Please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance and for a moment of silence. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Please remain standing for a moment of silence. Time for DETV.
Coming up on today's show, we have an affordable recipe that you can make at home this Thanksgiving.
And a national recall affects the Desert Edge cafeteria.
And the varsity football team makes state finals. We'll have all that and more coming up on today's show. Hello, Desert Edge. Today is Monday, November 25th. I'm Celeste.
And I'm Christian. Welcome to DETV, the voice of Desert Edge High School.
We have a great show lined up for today. But first, let's see what's cooking for lunch in the cafeteria. Today's hot lunch is Mandarin orange chicken bowl with steamed broccoli, fresh orange slices, variety of fruit, and also a fortune cookie. That looks pretty tasty. Our cafeteria workers always do their best to dish out on some good food. But now it's time to dish out on some daily trivia with today's question of the day.
And since we're talking about Chinese food, today's question is, when did the first Chinese restaurant open in America? Is it A, 1762, B, 2018, C, 1849, or D, 1994?
That's a tough one, Christian. I'll be thinking about it during the show.
We'll have the answer at the end of the show.
Now let's move on to today's announcements. We start off with the world-breaking news story after an E. coli outbreak that has spread to 16 states. The CDC is asking the public to check their romaine lettuce. More than 40 cases of E. coli have been tied to the lettuce grown in the Salinas region of California. While stores are removing the tainted lettuce, a lot of it has already been sold. Health officials are asking consumers to see if the packaging has the word Salinas on the label in any form. 28 people have been hospitalized and 5 kidney failures. Due to the romaine lettuce recall, the Desert Edge cafeteria will not be serving any green specialty salads this week.
DEHS Thespian Group is working with Goodyear's Fill and Eat program and is accepting household items and toiletries to help out families in need this holiday season. Acceptable items include toothbrushes, toothpaste, dish soap, paper towels, paper plates, shampoo, body wash, cleaning wipes, laundry detergent, napkins, and toilet paper. Please drop off any donations to Miss Royal in the Black Box, which is located near your bookstore. Donations will be accepted through December 6th.
The wrestling team is still looking for new wrestlers and supporters of their team. If you are interested in becoming a wrestler, don't forget to check out their early season preview. There will be exhibition matches held in the main gym today at 6 p.m. Tickets are $5 for adults and $2 for students with their ID. Children 5 and under are no charge. Desert Ed students are eager to get their grub on this Thursday.
Traditionally, families across the country gather to share a meal and give thanks.
For a lot of us, family members are in charge of the dinner, and sometimes it's hard for teens to contribute to making the meal.
Cost can also be a factor, so we have a low-cost and easy recipe for one of the most popular Thanksgiving staples.
If money or time is tight around the holidays but you still want to enjoy the taste of a homemade pumpkin pie, then we got the perfect, inexpensive recipe for you. First, you open a can of pumpkin puree and then pour it into the bowl to mix it with condensed milk. Then you pour pumpkin spice into the bowl with the puree and condensed milk, which now includes 2 eggs that you end up whisking together to create the pumpkin mixture, which becomes the pie. After mixing it together, you unroll the 9-inch unbaked pie crust onto the dish you're baking your pie in, and then pour the pumpkin mixture into the dish. Then you preheat the oven to 350 degrees, and when it's done, you put your pie into the oven to bake for 35 minutes. Once it's done baking, it cooled down for a couple of minutes. Stick a knife into the middle of it, and if it comes out clean, then you know it is done and ready to eat. The total cost of ingredients is $6.61. This quick and easy recipe is fantastic, and it tastes pretty good too. And I hope it is as tasty for you as it was for me. Happy holidays, DE.
That recipe looks pretty easy, Christian.
It sure does, and our football team made getting to state finals look easy too.
Jace King is in the studio with more on that on DE Sports.
Thanks, guys. Our varsity football team brought home a great W against the Gila Ridge Hawks, winning 35-28 and sending us to the state championship game. The state championship will be held on December 7th at Willow Canyon High School. Make sure to come out and support our Scorpions. That's all I have for you today. Back to you guys.
Thanks for that, Jace.
Celeste, I saw on ABC 15 that it was going to be pretty cold for the game.
I know, and Jaden Baker joins us now to tell us the history of Disney's Frozen franchise.
Thanks, guys. Coming up today, we will dive into a Frozen frenzy and discuss Disney's inspiration behind the beloved Frozen franchise. Today in 2013, Disney released Frozen along with its soundtrack and brought in millions in total revenue, while becoming the #1 animated film of all time. Anna, Elsa, and Olaf's journey infatuated people worldwide and had them wanting more. The sequel, Frozen 2, released this past weekend and follows Anna, Elsa, Olaf, and the rest of their friends on a journey to discover the origin of Elsa's powers and to save their kingdom of Arendelle. I can't wait to see if they can save their kingdom and return joy back to the kingdom. Well, that's all I got for history today. Back to you guys.
Thanks, Jaden.
Well, have you had some time to think about today's question of the day? The question was, when did the first Chinese food restaurant open in America?
And the answer is C, 1849. The first restaurant was Canton Restaurant in California during the Gold Rush.
After all that rain last week, I hope we get a break from all the wetness.
And Seth is in our weather center with more. What's going on, Seth?
Well, taking a look at Arizona, starting off with Flagstaff with a low of 13 and a high of 44. Phoenix with a low of 46 and a high of 78, and Tucson with a low of 48 and a high of 74. Taking a look at Yuma with a low of 30 and a high of 57. As you're heading to lunch today, you expect it to be 63 degrees. However, when we leave at 3:05, it'll warm up to around 67. Don't expect any crazy temperature changes, as it'll stay a cool around mid-40s, mid-30s for the lows, and around the mid-60s, low or high 50s for the highs.
That is it for today.
Remember, you can send us requests, suggestions, story ideas, and announcements to detv2012@gmail.com.
Until next time, I'm Celeste.
And I'm Christian. Have a great day, Scorpions. We'll see you all next week.
Have a great Thanksgiving holiday, Desert Edge.
And remember, gobble gobble.